Not the experts is back. I am Titus. That is Levi. And I'm not an expert, but Levi. Duncan Robinson is back. He has returned. His talks of his demise were much overblown.
You know who else is back?
Who's that?
How long has Joe Ingles been back? I forgot Joe Ingles was on the Bucks. He's on the court right now.
He's outside. Joe is back outside with the Bucks. You know, he is here. Jimmy Butler dropped 22 points in the first quarter. In case y'all were wondering what he was up to tonight.
Playoff Jimmy.
That's the realest playoff like name ever though. Like he's legitimately a different human being in the playoffs. It's almost annoying because it's like
it is.
Why? Like why are you this? Like
it's annoying on many levels and many reasons, but him doing it with the Heat makes it. That's reason number one.
Adds to it. Adds to your annoyance. Yeah. Before we get more,
I'm over them. I'm over the Heat. I'm over Jimmy. He could drop 100 points in one of these games, and I wouldn't really care.
It's your friend's fault, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand. Your friends will make you hate the team. They really will. When you see how their fan base acts, it'll make you like just I don't want anything good to happen for you. You don't deserve it. Yeah, I understand. Yeah. I totally get it. But before we get deeper into basketball, after 3 months of negotiations breaking down, talks resuming, Aaron Rodgers is finally a New York Jet.
Took long enough, yeah, but finally happened.
Yes. Do you have the trade numbers put up in front of you or the compensation put up?
No, I don't even know what happened in the trade, what the acquisition involved.
I got you. Give me 1 minute. Let me pull it up so I can have it right in front of me. So I don't mess this up. Shout out to Adam Schefter. Of course, he broke the trade. So pretty much, it's a pick swap this year. They're swapping places in the draft this year. So the Packers now have the 13th pick, and the Jets have the 15th pick. And a second rounder. It's a first rounder, second rounder this year. It's a pick swap and a second and a sixth. And then a conditional second round pick next year, basically, for 2024. Which depends on how many snaps Aaron Rodgers plays this year. So, like, it took 3 months to get that done.
Yeah.
It's not a lot. It's not a lot going on with that trade.
It's not an elaborate scheme, no.
It's really not.
No, I mean, but, yeah, the Jets won that trade, though.
Yeah. I mean, what if Jordan Love's the next in the lineage of great Packer quarterbacks?
Yeah, well, the Jets won it in the sense of they got what they were trying to get is that, let's give up Aaron without they gave him up without the first rounder, right? Is that what you said?
They're swapping first rounders, so yeah, they still kept the first rounder.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, they just basically did a pick swap. So yeah, I feel the same way. I don't feel like I don't know why this took 4 months to do this. I don't know if the Packers just thought like they could get more or something. I don't know. There's not a lot that they got. So
wait. So maybe then that wasn't what the Jets wanted to do then. Maybe they were reluctant and gave up a pick swap because I thought they were trying to still stay in the top 5 for the O lineman.
They're not in the top 5.
Or top 10, whatever it was.
They had the 13th pick.
Oh, 13th pick. Okay. Yeah, it was some pick or whatever.
Yeah, they had 13th pick. So they just dropped back a couple spots. But yeah.
I don't know. I don't know, dude.
Why did it take so long? Like, because
I thought I had an answer for you, but I don't know.
Now, me and the comp said this is very important. This pick swap is very important.
Did you mute yourself?
No, I'm good. Can you hear me?
Connection's probably unstable.
That's probably what it is. Hold on. You hear me?
Yeah, now we're good.
Okay. Me and the comp did say that this trade swap is actually important because it puts the Packers above certain teams in the draft that might go for positions they were looking at, in terms of like O-linemen and certain receivers. So they get above New England now, which is very important, according to me and the comms, in the draft order. So I guess it makes sense for them. But like, I feel like they thought they could get more than they did for Aaron. But
probably.
It's like it's only one team bidding, it's not negotiations. It's one team is bidding.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. But good for them. The Jordan Love era has seemingly begun.
I mean, he played surprisingly well when he had to step in last year.
He did. And good for the Jets, man. The Zach Wilson, they get off the Zach Wilson era. Good for you.
to be honest, bro, I think that's really just the secret formula to becoming a decent to good quarterback in the NFL, or to hit at a higher rate of your chance is just sit out the first few years. But now that we're, ramping up the whole process,
I
it's
fully agree.
stunning growth.
Like, there's no real evidence to show me that a quarterback starting from jump is so much better than having them sit for a year or so.
Yeah, I mean, there's maybe arguments that I'm sure Peyton Manning is probably better off just getting thrown into the fire because he was smart enough. He's smart enough to sit there and dissect it. But some guys need to, it kind of depends on how you see things and what your perspective is. Can you read things better when you're actually on the field and seeing it from that view, or when you're, from the sideline?
Yeah, I fully think you can. Yeah, I think you can learn. You can learn both ways, right? Like, very few guys are ready just to go out the gate and be like that type of player. Who was that? Somebody like Deshaun Kaiser, right? He was never. Everyone was like, "Oh, we shouldn't start year one." What the terrible Browns do? Hey, you're out there, buddy. Yeah. Never worked. Yeah. His career is over in 3 years.
I wasn't even thinking about him, but
that's just the first thing that came to me. Like, guys like that, you see get thrown out there year one too early and never work. It never pans out for him, right? For sure. Yeah. So salute Jordan Love, salute the Packers. The Jets are headed towards a lifetime, like 2 years of sadness. I don't think they win the Super Bowl, but good luck. You got your guy. You got your guy. Good job, Jets. Jets. Jets.
Makes them a lot more fun though if it does crash and burn. So.
It does make it hilarious, honestly. Yeah. New York is on fire right now, Levi. The Jets got their guy. The Knicks are up 3-1 in a playoff series right now, up 3-1 on the Cavs. What are your thoughts on this series so far? How have you been feeling about it?
Jalen Brunson is that guy.
That's real. I agree with that. So I'm not shocked. Before this series, I had the Knicks winning the series. I think there's going to be the Cavs. I feel fairly confident in that, and seeing it play out, it's playing out a little more. It's more dominant for the Knicks than I thought it would be. Mm-hmm. But it's like, I'm not surprised they're winning the series. You look at that Cavs team, man. They have no real like threat at the wing position. Isaac Okoro is a great defender. Offensively, he's just not giving you much. You're going with Cedi Osman off the bench. Like it's not. They're not a deep team, and they're missing at key positions that you need. You don't have the wing defenders that you need, right? And I was just like, and Tibbs to me. I mean, obviously, I don't think Rick Stafford's a bad coach, but Tibbs is a player. That's the playoff. That roster's playoff experience.
Yeah.
Randall's been in the playoffs. Brunson's been in the playoffs. The whole team basically was in the playoffs last time they were here with the Knicks, right? They've all seen playoff games. This Cavs team has Mobley has real playoff experience. I don't know if Jay Allen, I feel like Jay Allen may have been there before, but he's not necessarily consequential when it comes to this type of situations. Garland, it's all these guys' first real playoff experience. So I'm most likely always going to favor experience in these situations. And the other thing I'm going to favor with the Knicks, want to. Mm-hmm. They just want it. They want it so bad. So very bad. And you can see that when you get out rebounded twice. They had 17 offensive rebounds last night. 17. So many. Like they want the ball, bro. And you got to be able to bring that level of desire every night. And I don't think the Cavs are ready for that level of energy. And that level of the ball is ours.
Titus, some people scoff at the who wants it more metric, but I mean, this is a sample right here as to why it should not be counted out. The who wants it more metric.
Facts. It's not even saying like the Cavs don't want it, but the Knicks just want it, man. The way they want it is not a want to a level everybody has. They're just annoying. They want to add an annoying level.
Who's got the fire in the belly? Right.
Exactly. I think the scariest thing for the Cavs right now is the fact that Julius Randle hasn't been good outside of games.
No, I was gonna say that, and that's what's been the most impressive thing is that Julius Randle has not been good. I mean, right. Yeah, he really has not been good.
He hasn't. I
was going to say he hasn't been good at his normal good, but no, he just hasn't been good at all.
Yeah, no, like he's obviously working on the defensive end still, working on the rebound, but in terms of just pure basketball, like providing offense, everything he's supposed to provide the number 2 option with his usage rate, he is not providing that at all. So it's kind of scary to see them down 3-1 like this. I don't know if the Knicks close them out in Cleveland. I think we could still somehow end up at a game 7 here. I wouldn't be shocked by that because trusting the Knicks to close the series out in 5 just doesn't seem like they ain't ready to do yet. in the year 2023.
Yeah, but Cavs don't strike me as big morale guys. So,
well, Mitchell had I played like a bleep game. Came out said that the other night. So I expect him to be better. I would hope. Hopefully he can be better in this game. He needs a better showing because he was, as the face of the offense, you got to be better than he was the other night. That was just, and the thing was, he wasn't even getting bad looks. He was just missing. There were good shots. They just weren't falling, which is like that sometimes. But I expect a better game.
Especially with them.
Right. I expect a better game from him in this series. But yeah, if they lose in 5, I think it's good for them because I think they needed to look at that roster and be like, okay, we're here, but we still need to upgrade certain things, right? They need to look at that roster as if, we just need time. No, you need upgrades. Right? I think you need massive fix to that roster. So yeah, shout out to I do want to send a shout out. We probably won't spend any time on this series, but shout out to the Nets for being the only team to get swept in back-to-back seasons the last 2 years.
Yeah.
Shout out to them for that.
I'm surprised though. I thought they were going to get at least one.
I would have been, I thought they'd get one because I just didn't think the Philly had sweep energy. I feel like they always have, we're going to drop at least one energy, but nah.
Well, and I thought Mikal would carry the Nets over the finish line at least one time.
Yeah. I think Duncan Robinson's hit another 3 because he's back.
Good Lord.
That's right. 9 points. He's back. He got a swagger back.
Fraud is fraudulent. Wait till they go back to Milwaukee.
Hey, this is back-to-back 9-point games for him so far. Buddy.
This series could easily go, even though, man, I'm so far behind my TV is, but this series could easily go 3-1 and then do a 3-1 swing.
Oh no, I definitely see this ending in 6. I see this ending in 6.
Yeah, I think Milwaukee will.
Yeah, they're about to walk the rest of these games.
Yeah,
they're about to walk the rest of these games for sure. I don't see
because Jimmy Butler just put up a lifetime first quarter performance, and Duncan Robinson has 3 threes in the first half, and they're still losing.
Right. But this also does kind of play into what I was saying with the Bucks. It was just that the reason why I didn't have them as title favorites.
Trash. Also, he just missed back threes. Sorry, go ahead. What were you saying?
But nah, this plays into what I've been saying about the Bucks, and why I didn't have them as title favorites, because I just don't know how much I can trust Drew or Middleton this year, the Chris Middleton we've gotten this year in all 15 games of basketball he's played. I don't know how much I can trust them in the series going forward to be the real help. I feel like Giannis gonna have to do a real massive carry job with that team, and I don't think it's gonna work because I think Boston is way too deep.
Yeah.
I think they can beat the Knicks or the Cavs. I feel confident in them in that series, with them in either a series against either one of those teams. But the Knicks series is going to be annoying just because, like I said, want to, desire, drive. But I got them into conference finals. I just think if they play Boston, I think Boston's kind of going to walk them. Not walk them, but I think it'll be a tough. But I think Boston should win that series kind of cleanly, honestly.
I think they should too.
Yeah, I just feel like they're better.
But I think Boston should kind of cleanly win the East.
I'm in the same spot. Spot. I kind of feel like the East is for theirs for taking, especially with Embiid being at 50% with a sprained knee. You don't know how well Harden's hamstring is going to hold up for a series. And even if Harden was fully healthy at this point in Harden's career, being able to throw Derek White, Tatum, Brown, Rob Williams on switches like Brogdon, it's a lot for the guards when you play Boston. It's a lot to deal with.
I'm pretty sure, unless I'm just
and Marcus Smart, I forgot him, but
yeah. Unless I'm just scheming this up, I think I said once we get closer to playoffs, or we were kind of talking out as who do we think has the best run or best opportunity. It's really just going to come down who's healthiest,
right?
And Boston's the only team that wasn't, just one injury away from collapsing, but all these other teams are, and it's happening. Giannis is falling apart, Embiid's falling apart. So yeah, it's shaping up to be real nice for them. I got a couple Celtics fans in my friend group, and they're so paranoid and terrified of everything. It's like, bro, shut up. Yeah,
shut up. You have an easy pass. Shut up.
Yeah,
stop being scary. Stop being scared. Mm-hmm. Just finish your series out. Mm-hmm. Speaking of injuries, Levi, it's time we start a dialogue. It's time to begin the dialogue.
Mm-hmm.
Where do the Clippers go from here?
It's funny because the Clippers are in the same spot they were however many years ago, or however many years with
They are, aren't they?
CP3, Blake Griffin, JJ Redick, DeAndre Jordan.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So, like, in all actuality, you should move off Paul George or Kawhi Leonard for sure, right?
Yeah. I mean, can you move off both?
The thing is, I don't know who's taking the Kawhi risk. Like, I don't know what medical staff is looking at that and being like, we can keep him healthy. Yeah, sure.
You think Toronto will?
Think Toronto's just taking back? Just run it back? For
Yeah.
old time's sake?
Yeah.
I don't know what Toronto's plan is. They need to find a coach first.
Yeah. Dude, to be honest, I did not have however many years ago, or when the decline first started happening, which was, the season after the championship.
Yeah.
I did not have them getting rid of Nick Nurse. I didn't have it taking them, 3 to 4 years to finally make a move, but I did not have the move being Nick Nurse, which I'm not dissing the move. Like, you got to make a change. So, getting rid of Nick Nurse, that's fine. But I thought it would have been in another area, and I thought it would have been sooner.
Yeah, it feels like from what I've been
because you're not really helping Nick Nurse out with that roster. So
yeah, that's the other part, right? It feels like I think Masai is of the mindset that this roster is better, and Nick Nurse also lost locker room to an extent. It was one of those things his voice just got tired, which that happens in coaching, right? Very few people are able to stay in the organization for more than 10 years, right? It's very few coaches that are able to do that. I say all the time, like, coaching, the way coaching goes, you either get fired or you retire or you resign. The only 3 options, right? You're not necessarily just going to very few guys last 20 years. Most guys are going to be either quit at some point or get fired. That's just how it goes. Your voice wears out at some point. It's very few guys that can keep that. But yeah, I think it was a combination of that. I think they need to break up. Everybody was tired of each other there, it seems. It seems like that roster needs a reshaping. I don't think some of the things they tried to do worked out. I was reading Raptors fans saying that the whole Scotty Barnes point forward thing didn't really take off like they thought it would this year, which left them with no ball handlers except for Fred VanVleet. So it's just, the roster's flawed, man. And, everybody needs a clean break. I wouldn't be surprised if Masai took another job. I wouldn't be surprised if he got a call and he's like, you know what, I might go. I won't be shocked by that. The Wizards job just came open. I won't be shocked if he went over there, so the Clippers thing, man, I don't know what you do, but I'm not running this back again. I'm just not. I'm not doing this again. Because Toodaloo, to me, is a championship level coach. They have a roster with the right pieces that, to me, is a title contender. Like, looking at the West this year, specifically the West this year, you got a healthy team. That team can go to the finals to me. Kind of clearly, too. But you're just incapable of having a healthy team because either Paul's out or Kawhi's out or both. And Kawhi's out with another knee injury. It's ruled him out for game 5 just now. He's out for game 5 now. Yeah. With whatever is going on with his knee that they're not telling us. They keep saying this aggravated knee injury. Sounds like, because you remember the other year he tore his ACL, they wouldn't tell us he tore an ACL, but it was. So I feel like this is done again, and I don't see the clear path. I think Paul George has a market. I think if I'm Memphis, I'm looking at it. I'm like, what can I move off of to get Paul George in here? I see a few playoff teams being hungry for that type of player, for sure. So I don't know what they do going forward, but it's time to start dialogue, man. This experiment failed. It's a failed experiment. And once again, it's why super teams are not always guaranteed success. The only successful super team, quote unquote, super team of recent was the Lakers. That wasn't really a super team either to me. It was just a really good team. But all those big free agents came together in the same offseason, and the only one that's really had success is LA. The Nets team thing was a massive failure. The Clippers thing is a failure. This isn't like, this is the path that I think is smart to take, but it doesn't come with guarantees. There are no guarantees with this path to the title, which I don't think, why these people cry so much. These small market tiers. No, all the guys are gonna go play together. What about us? What about our tiny market? Draft better. That's what happens to your tiny market. Sorry, that felt unnecessary, but I feel like I needed to do it.
Oh, I was about to say, just anytime you can take a jab at small market.
I've been good. I feel like I've been good to small markets for a long time too. They haven't taken a small market.
I don't know about a long time, but yeah, you've been good.
It's been a while since I took a small market shot. But yeah, do you want to introduce your dialogue you want to talk about?
Oh well, actually, before we even get to that,
Yes.
any thoughts on Ime Udoka
Oh, to the
being
Rockets.
hired? Yeah, to the Rockets.
Coach wise, feels like a risk.
A lot
Feels
of
like a
strip
risk.
clubs.
Houston's a nice city. A
Mm-hmm.
lot going on. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Hope your policies are tight. Hope he knows the rules. Been put him through extensive HR training. Extensive.
Mm-hmm.
But from a coaching standpoint, makes sense. This is a sensible hire. I think a young team like that could use somebody like Udoka, just from a
Mm-hmm.
basketball standpoint. So I think he'll be very good for them. And all respect to Steven Silas, but it's nice to have somebody that I feel like is going to be a actual coach in the room.
Mm.
It's a lot of habits to break though, because I feel like those guys want some very nasty habits this year. So we'll see what they do going forward. And maybe James Harden does go back to Houston. There's been smoke around that. James Harden might just go back to Houston for his retirement tour, which I think is cool.
Mm-hmm.
He loved it there. He embraced
Mm-hmm.
that city. That city embraced him. So it'd be cool to see you get a veteran like that in there with a Jalen Green. Solid.
Mm-hmm.
It's a solid setup. And they got a top, and they're gonna get have a top pick this year. So we'll see where that goes. But I think
Mm-hmm.
Udoka there, basketball wise, is a great fit. It's a great fit
Yeah.
basketball wise.
No, I agree.
Yeah, so good for them. Shout out to Tillman Fertitta, making a good decision. I'm sorry you didn't win the Commanders. I was definitely cheering for you. I would have loved that.
Mm-hmm.
Had that guy in the division. Would have kept him right in the pits. Yeah, watching him right in the pits, it'd been great. But oh well. But I like that. How do you say you feel the same way?
Yeah, no, I feel the same way basketball wise. It matches up, and I think if you want somebody, Steven Silas seemed more of like a devotion night type of guy, for their team outings, and Ime seems like out on the town type of guy. So I think there will be a nice mutual relationship between coach and player in Houston.
Yeah, for sure. And James goes back. James can show him all the spots.
Yeah,
they can. They can have team meetings in the VIP section. Go over game plans for the future in the VIP.
But also, they're gonna have to make some moves too, because I like what they did with the draft picks. They kind of just went after like the athletic guys and kind of did the best available type thing too. But all those dudes together, it's not going to work. You're gonna have to break them up or send one of them for a piece that works.
Yeah, no. The main thing is KPJ's got to move off ball. Jalen Green's not a real on-ball player. They have two guys that play on ball that need to be off ball. The point guard of that team was Sengun, and they need to get like a real point guard in there, I believe.
Well, I mean, because they're all three the same type of player, though, who can play wing and play on ball. Because Jabari Smith's the same dude, he can play on ball as well.
Yeah, it's a bunch of pieces that could fit with the right coach, but they need an adult in the room badly. That team desperately needs an adult in the room. Just get the ball and be like, all right, I got it. Just run around some screens.
Yeah,
I'm gonna run the offense because they do a lot of dribble, shoot.
Yeah,
a lot of that.
Well, I think really mainly too, you're just going to need a veteran in that rotation in that spot. So controlling,
100%. Yeah, that's why Harden going back would be dope. That'd be a great thing for them. I know all do respect Harden. Right. Yeah. All guys respect James Harden. I think I read somewhere today that James Harden is Kevin Porter Jr.'s favorite player. Is like his favorite player, so that'd be good for him. Because KPJ, I like KPJ. I just treat him as like a person. But he's not a point guard. I know he wants to be. He's not a point guard, my boy. It's not your lot in life. Not your lot in this NBA life. I'm sorry. So yeah, Houston's interesting to watch going forward. Don't let him get the number one pick.
Yeah.
Don't let it be Wemby and Jabari.
Yeah.
Wembari in the front court. Bless up. Prayers for all of you. Yeah, prayers for all of you. So the Suns are going to take this series. How do you feel about the Suns right now? Watching them, I don't know if they can beat Denver.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not pretty.
It's not. They score in bunches, and it's so much when the offense is going, it's like, damn, they got 10 points in 2 minutes, right? But it's
yeah.
It's a lot of they leave a lot to be desired, and part of that is the fact that they played 15 games together, maybe the three of them.
True.
So there's a lot of chemistry things that need to work out, but also I'm not fully confident in what you got there, buddy.
Well, I think it's all going to come down to I mean, I think the onus is going to be on Devin Booker. Can Devin Booker carry this team? Because what has been the trend so far, and yes, this is just one team they face so far, so it'll be different matchups going forward. But Kevin Durant's just a decoy, and so it's more Devin Booker, Chris Paul getting theirs than KD is. So it's going to be more of if that trend continues, and teams are just going to make Book and CP3 hit their shots.
Yeah, like if you're doubling KD, then Book's got to be the man. And Book's kind of been handling that well, right? Like Book's, I think he's averaging over 30 this series. Something crazy. He's
it's pretty much, can he continue that?
Yeah, and can Chris Paul be healthy? I don't know how much we're going to trust that to Chris Paul. Because Lord knows, they're one injury away from getting swept by anybody. Mm-hmm. It's just not going to work. And my thing is, Kevin Durant's playing like 45 minutes this series. And when you got to play Denver in the next round, I don't know how that works with altitude. Gonna be drained down the stretch, really tired down the stretch of those games. So I don't know how that's gonna work. I had them beating Denver before the series. I trust those guys, and I still trust them, but I don't know if I trust them enough to beat Denver right now. I think Denver's just got a little too much depth, and then they just have too many guys that got to play, too few guys to play a lot of minutes. And DeAndre Ayton, I don't trust him.
No, I understand that.
A bit fraudulent.
Yeah, I don't trust Aiden either.
Yeah, no, tad bit fraudulent there. Fraudulent. But did you see what Dylan Brooks said today? By the way,
I think I did hear that he finally said something. What he said?
He said that the media has made him out to be a villain.
I did hear that. Yeah. No, he made himself the villain.
Yeah, it's the media. It's the media's fault. He's looked at as a villain, not him being annoying all these years, and also, not being as good as you think you are in your mind.
Yeah.
But no, it's the media's fault for sure.
Yeah.
All media. Yo, how do you have the third most shot attempts on a game where you got ejected at halftime? Or after the first half?
Bro, he's trash, dude.
Like, he pretty much shot them out of the game in the first quarter. Like, they scored 9 American points. 9 American points in the NBA quarter. And I think he led the team in shot attempts, and he was just throwing up bricks. Just consistent bricks. It's like, yo, what's happening here, bro? Like, what's up with you? I've said before the playoffs, I think I said on our last show, the Grizzlies are due for they need an embarrassing loss to really do what they need to do with that team. They need a really embarrassing playoff loss. And I just didn't know if the Lakers could be the team to do it, because I still don't know if that's a good basketball team. I feel like it's pieces of a good basketball team there. I don't know if they're good. They're actually good, though. But, they're doing what needs to be done. They got another home game tonight. I think LA wins again. I think LA goes up 3-1.
Yeah, LA's going up 3-1. Look, I'm already over the Lakers, dude. Fuck the Lakers.
Why are you over the Lakers?
Do what?
Why are you over the Lakers? What they do to
you? Because they're going to win the series, and we said it. And then who's the matchup in the next round?
The Warriors are the Kings.
Yeah, the Warriors are the Kings, and I'm already over. Look, the Lakers have already won the series, and the Warriors have already won their series. Sacramento, it was fun while it lasted. Turn the beam off, and I'm over it. I'm over both these teams.
Come on. So, De'Aaron Fox has broken his finger, fractured his finger. I don't know if y'all saw that. He's doubtful for Game 5. Are you saying you think the series is over?
Yeah.
That's strong. That's strong. I'm not ready to say that yet, Levi. I'm not.
Really?
No, I'm not. I'm gonna tell you why. Give me 1 second. Let me pull this. I want to get this stat exactly right.
All right.
The Golden State Warriors lost 30 games on the road this year, Levi.
You're right. I do forget that.
I'm not ready to say they're gonna win. I'm not ready to say they're gonna lose, bro. I was with you when I saw De'Aaron Fox was out. I said, "Oh, they might get him." But then I remembered that, and I was like, you know what? I can't put any confidence in that team yet. I can't.
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, I am forgetting the fact too that Sacramento. I mean, that is going to be a true home court advantage. That is a good fan or environment or whatever. It's going to be loud. Yeah. But at the same time, yeah, the broken finger from Fox scares me. And I mean, I don't see Sabonis doing one of his 30-point performances in these playoffs, especially against the Warriors. And unless Harrison Barnes is going to do it, somebody's going to drop 30, bro. Like, that's how this is going. They're putting up a lot of points, and De'Aaron Fox is responsible for 27 to 30 points every night. So somebody's going to have to fill that void. Who's going to do it?
His name is Malik Monk.
Malik Monk can do it.
He can. He absolutely can. I love Malik. Malik Monk has like irrational confidence, but it's like he knows when to stop doing nonsense. That's what I like about him. You know, it's like his confidence. It makes no sense, but like down the stretch, he's like, here. I know my place. Here you go, De'Aaron. Get that ball back. And I like that.
Malik Monk was a great addition, and he was one of the reasons why I said the Kings would be good.
You did say that. That's facts. That's fact. Yeah. That is facts.
Along with Kevin Huerter. Oh, Kevin Huerter. How about Kevin Huerter step up, huh? Kevin, Kayvon, Red Velvet, where are you, bro? Come on, dude. Let's not do this, man. You did it to us in the 3-point contest, and I knew it. I knew not even to entertain even looking at your prop because it was like, you're not going to hit it, and I'm not going to bet you're under. So show up, bro, when the lights turn on. How about that, Kayvon? Sorry, I just had to get that off. No,
you're
chest.
Good. Get it off, bro. Oh, but De'Aaron Fox is averaging 31, by the way.
Yeah,
31. I don't normally, the clutch thing is like whatever to me. That boy, he kind of built for it. He's built for those moments for sure. He's built for those moments like that. He's really just locked.
Well, I'm pretty sure he led the season in most fourth quarter points.
He did.
Yeah, average. Yeah.
He's so much fun to watch, man. But yeah, I hate that injury. The fact that we got all this parity and we still end up with the Warriors in the second round versus the Lakers, it's kind of funny.
No, I hate it.
But that's a blockbuster series, bro. That's a blockbuster series. That series is a big deal.
Are you not really over the Warriors, dude? Okay, actually, no. I already know what your answer is. You're not over the Warriors, but
I'm over Draymond. But I'm not.
Yeah, exactly. But them which I get it, bro. They're gonna cape up, and I expect them to cape up for Draymond. But dude, I just don't want to hear it.
I understand. No, they're the Steve Kerr specifically. The Steve Kerr hypocriticalness with Draymond is so funny to me. But I love seeing the spin, bro. My man spins it. And I respect it. The man really spin out of it. Mr. Broke the code. Like, I didn't see the play. He said he hadn't seen the play. I was like, that's hilarious to me. I'm sorry. This is bad, buddy. But no, I am over the Draymond thing. I was not going to be mad if they got swept. I was like, whatever, get swept. Goodbye. I wasn't going to be bothered because they do annoy me. They're an annoying franchise sometimes. Like, part of me still doesn't respect them for getting beat by 40 by Memphis last year.
Well, yeah, and the whole Clay thing too of him all season just keeps pointing at his ring fingers or whatever. And
Clay, one day we're gonna talk about Clay and the fact that he doesn't get enough flack for how he folded in that 3-1 blown lead to the Cavs. Mm-hmm. One day we're gonna honestly discuss this is a man's game just for him to fold like that. We're gonna have those conversations one day because I'm here for him. I'm here for Klay Thompson truths. Love him. But some truths need to be told. I'm not gonna lie. Some truths might need to be told about that man at some point. Mm-hmm. But nah, bro. Warriors Lakers round 2, man. Let's get crazy. Just want them to get smacked in the conference finals by the Nuggets. I got the Nuggets smacking whoever makes it out of that.
I hope they do, bro. No. It's going to make me... No, we're not even getting into that, dude. We're not even getting into that because I already know, Jokic and them and Murray, they'll fold. They'll probably fold to the Lakers or the Warriors.
You got to fold? All right, so I want to offer you something about the Lakers, all right? The Lakers-Grizzlies series is on one day's rest the rest of the way. They're playing tonight, and they're traveling playing Wednesday.
Okay.
The Lakers, LeBron, he is up there. He hasn't really looked LeBron-like in the series to me at all. Even in that blowout, he didn't look like LeBron that we know. And AD, we already know he's, any moment, one of those guys will go out at this point. That's just the reality of what it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
That could provide the Grizzlies a chance to get out of this series because I do think the back-to-back games, that one-day rest for them if they drag the series out, will favor them.
Yeah, no, I think so. And you're right. I'm just used to. I just won't be surprised if LeBron decides to kick it into another gear.
No, I understand. I understand that.
Yeah. But no, when I do watch them, while I am watching them, I do think, yeah, no, I mean, it's going to be hard for them to escape this series cleanly, and and to even advance if they were to get into the next round, to even get past that. But when I'm not watching them, that's when my mind takes me to places.
When the darkness happens.
Yes. Yeah.
I get it, bro. I totally get it.
Yeah.
Shout out to Anthony Edwards for avoiding the sweep.
Mm-hmm.
Man was like, "We're not getting swept tonight," and just decided not to, even though they blew that lead terribly. That was nasty work. They were up 12, and then suddenly it was a tie game, and I was yelling into my phone while I was on the phone, like, "I hate these. I hate them so much. I hate all of them except Ant. Don't hate Ant. Love Ant. Like, launch everybody into the sun except Ant. And Nikhil Alexander Walker. He can stay on Earth too. By the way, did you know Nikhil Alexander Walker is SGA's cousin?
No, did not know that.
Yeah, they're cousins. Yeah, I learned that during the play-in. I was like, oh, the play-in's good for something. I learned new information I didn't have before. Shout out to the play-in, being useful. And shout out to Canada, you know? So yeah, that's his cousin. But yeah, Ant avoided the sweep. Ant said he never wants to be swept in his career. He said, yeah, I got pride. I never want to get swept. He also said that he felt like he played a terrible game. And I was like, I love when my young bull talk like this. It's my young bull. I love when he talks like this. He understands. He wants it, Levi. He wants it. When all of you were talking about he doesn't like basketball, I don't trust him. He's out here. He out here. Ant.
Young Kermit.
I thought it was Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, what was Ant's name in that movie? Did you watch?
Oh, he was in the movie? No, I didn't watch it.
Netflix movie? No, the Adam Sandler movie.
Oh, I didn't watch it. I forgot his name though. I know you're talking about though.
It was a weird movie. I think his name was Kermit.
No, I just saw the one clip of him torturing that young man. And was meant to play a villain. Clearly, he's meant to play a villain in the movie because he enjoyed that way too much.
Yeah.
When you Google Anthony Edwards, some actor comes up. By the way, I don't know if you know that.
Oh yeah, I see that.
It's kind of annoying. Like I don't even know what movie this Anthony Edwards has been in.
Dr. Mark Green. Oh, he's known for ER.
Oh, okay.
That makes sense then, because ER was the show back in the whatever.
It was.
I think it.
Oh yeah, his name was Kermit Wilkes. You're right.
Yeah, Kermit.
Okay, yeah. Good call. I thought you were doing a voice thing.
No.
Okay, got it. So yeah, the Timberwolves, they got their one win. They're gonna get clapped badly in game 5. That's gonna be disgusting work.
Mm-hmm.
How many points do you think Nuggets gonna beat them by in game 5? It's your over under.
I mean, I'll set it at 10. I'll set it.
Okay.
Because you never know. You never know.
Yeah, I got about at least 18. I'm not gonna lie.
Really?
Yeah, I got about at least 18. At least 18. Although someone did say that the most Timberwolves thing to do would be to drag the series out to 7 just to have a 20-point lead in game 7 and then lose by 18. I was like, you know what? That would be some Timberwolves energy.
I could see it.
Yeah, anything that involves a lead. No lead is safe for Timberwolves. When they were up last night with, I think it was 11 seconds left, after I hit that 3, I said they're somehow going to lose by 7 with 11 seconds. They're going to do it somehow. If anybody can make it happen, it'd be them. They can blow a lead. No one can blow a lead like them. All right, man. Here's a question, Levi. I just came up with this.
All right.
Looking at the series where they're at, looking at these games where they're at, who has the most to prove right now in the rest of this first round? Who got something to prove? All right, we are back. All right, we got people with most left to prove in the first round, Levi.
Yes.
You got something to prove. Cat, I already believe you're a fraud, but prove to me that you're not. Just show me that you don't want to be a fraud. Like, show me you don't want to be fraudulent as fraudulent as I think you are right now. Like, show me that. Show me that, Cat. Please. The entire Cavaliers team has something to prove to me. Do you want to be in the playoffs or not, bro? Evan Mobley and Jared Allen. Y'all getting punked on the boards. I'm gonna call it what it is. You're getting punked on the boards. They treating you. Do you believe? And lastly, the Memphis Grizzlies. as a staff label and a crew? What do y'all want? Dylan Brooks. Well, Dylan Brooks is who he is. He's useless. Not useless, but he is who he is. But the Memphis Grizzlies, are y'all ready to be taken seriously as a franchise or not? So I went more with teams, but I have questions. I want to know if people are ready to be taken seriously or not, Levi. I want to know.
Yeah, those were all great nominees. Or I think this playoff is filled with them. You can name many of them. I would say probably Dylan Brooks is number one, something to prove, because he put himself in that position.
He did.
And well, actually, the media put him in that position.
You're right.
Poor Dylan Brooks.
You're right.
So I feel bad that he's even having to prove himself. I mean, really, you only say who it was walking into this playoffs, because it's different now. It's different now, but walking into this playoffs, it was the Clippers and it was Kawhi Leonard, and to me, and I don't know why we're gonna let them get away with it too. I feel like, or I don't think we're gonna talk about it or hit the areas where we should hit it. I may be wrong because Stephen A's out there, so he may just bring it up, but are we going to keep letting Kawhi do this? Like, you can't take that many games off. Like, and I think it's actually becoming more of a detriment to his health, because, I mean, I don't know what conditioning. I don't know. I don't know what he's doing, so I can't question it. But it seems like is he even like keeping his body healthy and up to shape, or is he taking too many rest days completely without being active?
I wonder, the thing with Kawhi, right? That knee was degenerative from the jump. That's what they were saying. I think it was a degenerative problem.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just not going to get better.
Yeah.
It's just not, right? So I do wonder if his body's fully even capable of this. I just don't know if his body's capable of holding up to the grind of an NBA season. Not even the season, but like multiple games, back-to-back days. I don't know if his body's built for that. Because they load manage for this. This is what they load manage for, to get him in this position, to get him ready for this. And it's not working. It's not taking off. He still got hurt. I mean, they thought he had another year towards ACL. He was having a great playoffs that year. Like, it feels done to me, man. Like, not like he can still play basketball, but on like impacting a team, being available, it feels done, man. It really feels over.
And that's why, and I'm glad you said that, because that's why it's no longer, that's why I couldn't nominate it as being most improved, because it's over with. Like,
for sure.
It's already been proven.
Yeah. Because Lord knows the way he was looking, this series is probably going 7. The way that game 1 went.
Yeah.
Because that was that game 1 still my favorite game of the playoffs so far. Just seeing those superstars play that level of offense, defense, just the possession they were taking. Like, KD just denying Kawhi the ball down the stretch of that game. Like, man, that was shaping to be a really fun series, and now it's probably over. But Russell Westbrook has gotten redemption.
Yeah, he has.
We have been vindicated. The Westbrook Hive. We've had our moments. We will take this moment into the sun. We will take our 5-game series loss, and we will share it. We will shine a light upon it. We will carry it like an Olympic torch through the village.
What's funny is that Russell Westbrook found redemption, and literally the only situation he was going to find redemption in. Like, that's the only, like, that is the best.
That is correct.
That is the best way things could have turned out for Russell Westbrook.
That man
is that the team actually having to rely on Russell Westbrook.
That man had the greatest 3 of 19 shooting game I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Like, that was the best game where someone shot poorly in my life. I was like, yo, he's playing incredible.
Yeah.
It was so confusing, but I loved every second of it, Levi. I really did.
I mean, that was his game in a nutshell.
Yeah, we were discussing, me and Q were discussing why it took Westbrook this long to play defense.
Mm-hmm.
And I was going through, I said, yo, Ty Lue might be the first coach he respects. And we were going through his list of coaches.
Maybe.
So he's had Scott Brooks twice.
Mm-hmm.
Who's in Houston? D'Antoni, I think he played well with D'Antoni. I think he respected D'Antoni. But D'Antoni doesn't care about defense, so it really doesn't care. Frank Vogel, Darvin Ham, Ty Lue. Feel like Ty Lue's the only one to get through to him. I really do.
I mean, it could be a credit to Ty Lue, but also I think it could be Russell Westbrook finally went to the dark place, and
he went to the dark house 3 days.
Yeah, he went to the dark house and he was like, all right. I mean, if it's really as bad as they're saying that it is, even though I don't believe my offensive game is as bad as they're saying it is, I guess I'll start playing some more defense then.
Yeah. Yeah. It's the funny thing with him in defense that you were always the super athlete. You could have been good at defense.
Bro, he could have been a lockdown defender this whole time. Yeah.
Clearly. And that's one of the things I want Ant to do. That's like Anthony Edwards' next step to me is becoming like a defender, like defending on every possession, not taking plays off, actually being a real two-way player. Because I fully believe he's capable of doing that. He just doesn't. He just chooses not to. Because anytime Anthony Edwards on the floor, he's the best athlete on the court. It is what it is. He just chooses not to be the best defender. But no, Westbrook not being. I think Westbrook had the single all defensive team ever, and that's it's nasty work for someone who's been like one of the highest rated athletes in basketball.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's nasty work. It's nasty work. But yeah, but no, he's playing defense now. And it could just be because he's playing against KD. That also could play a factor.
Yeah, I think so. And now that you bring that up, and it may just be KD's game, and I'm like looking into things, but there was a few times in this last game where KD could have really picked Russell's pocket because KD was just kind of like in the gap on defense, and Russ kind of went over into KD's area, and I don't know. I wonder if like Katie's just like, nah, I'm just not even going to entertain that guy. Like, I just don't want anything to do with him.
Look, I wouldn't doubt with Kawhi being out, the Suns have gotten bored with this series. It's like, we're gonna beat these guys, man.
Yeah, because there was a few times like the ball was right there. I was like, Katie could make an effort just to swat it out of his.
Like, man, doing no extra movements.
Yeah.
You want to know a crazy thing about Russell Westbrook? He was Pac-10 Defense Player of the Year. So he used to play defense. He just stopped. He was like, nah, I don't like it. I don't like defense like that.
I can see that.
Sorry, Cinna.
Oh, did you listen to Lebitard?
I did not today.
Oh, okay. Did you hear the Charles Barkley comment about Tyler Hero and Giannis?
Oh, no, what did he say now?
I thought what he said made sense. And actually what Charles Barkley said is actually something I had said. But I think to Brax. And so after game one, after Hero went out and Giannis went out, I was like, oh, well, this still favors the Bucks because the Heat need Hero way more than the Bucks need Giannis. And I was judging that based off of Hero was the only one hitting it from like actually shooting well on that team. Yeah. And that's pretty much what Barkley said. And I guess he said it that night too after the game.
I think Reggie Miller said it during the game too.
Chuck, I mean, they were basically analyzing. Yeah. And but yeah, he said in that situation, Tyler Hero was like more valuable. He's like the more valuable player to his team or whatever than Giannis is. But they were just like calling it ridiculous or whatever, or not understanding it. And it's like, yeah, I mean, I get it. I guess they were doing a thing, but they blended it very well to where I think they were actually genuinely upset they could go either way with them. But honestly, the reason I would disagree with that is because I am not high on the idea of trusting Drew Holiday for an entire series of basketball to be my number 2 option, or Chris Middleton being my number 1 for an entire series. But you got also like Bobby Portis and Brooke Lopez, like they've been balling, and Joe Ingles, Pat Connaughton. Great, you got the trio of the white guys, Grayson Allen. they got depth, but it's like not depth that I want, right? I think they got more depth than he because he's just falling apart, right? But I don't think all those guys I just named could shoot. They were shooting, and I'm saying this is compared to like the Heat that were not the Heat that are playing right now. Yeah. Because I mean, when Giannis went out, I had the series being over. I said, okay, the Heat are gonna win the series. That's how little faith I have in the Bucks roster. I just don't trust them. Oh, okay. I thought that too, but when Hero went out, then I thought, okay, I'll still give the advantage to the Bucks. Yeah, see, Hero went out, and I was still like Heat.
I just
Oh, you were. Okay, so we just disagree.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. Yeah, I just don't trust that team that much. And it's probably because, like I said, I just haven't been high on the Bucks as title favorites all year. I just don't trust them. And
I mean, I really have not watched that much Bucks, so I don't know how the sporting cast has been looking.
Yeah, but like when they got blown out the other night, so this might get nasty quick. I was looking forward to that Heat Knicks second round series so we can bring back the 90s that everyone claims is such a great bear of basketball. And we have 82 to 79 scores with 33% shooting from the field all game.
Yeah.
Looking forward to that. That was gonna be great. But like the world we get Heat Knicks and then Heat Celtics in the playoffs, that's just it's good old fashioned hate. A good old fashioned hate playoffs, and I'm here for that.
I'm here for it. Cool too. I'm okay with it too.
Yeah. Do you know that we've never gotten a Joel Embiid and Giannis Antetokounmpo playoff series?
That's crazy,
right?
Yeah, I
really want to see that.
Yeah,
I wanted to see that for a minute, but we just haven't gotten it, and we're probably not getting it this year because Celtics in 6.
Oh yeah.
That's my take for the rest of the playoffs, by the way, in case y'all want to. Boston in 6. That's my take for the playoffs.
It's not a bad take.
Yeah, that's where I'm at with everything and everybody. But yeah, man, I don't think we're missing anything. Are we missing anything? Anybody else we need to talk about? Anything else we need to hit?
No, that was pretty much it for me.
All right, man. Shout out to DeJounte Murray. Hope you enjoy your vacation. I know it started a game earlier than you thought, but salute to you, my brother. In the words of Juju Gotti, salute to you, my brother. Enjoy your time in the sun. Book your trip because the Hawks ain't coming back from Boston with no games to play. The season's over. In case I didn't know, DeJounte Murray got suspended for bumping the referee. Only got suspended 1 game. Low key, they could have gave him 2.5. I'd have been good with that.
And what's funny too is like they really could be giving Jason Tatum a game too because he bumped the ref. Earlier in that game.
What kind of bump?
Because he got mad because Trae Young.
Classic.
And when I say Jason Tatum bumped the ref, I'm saying he moved the ref out of the way, like he grabbed the ref.
Wait, really?
Yes, and the ref was in like nobody said anything about it, bro. Like not even the Hawks commentators. And I was like, are they really? And the ref was in shock. And I mean, it wasn't anything malicious or whatever, but the rule is like you can't come in contact with a ref. And like Jason Tatum like just did that. He was mad and like he just moved the ref out of his way.
Yeah.
And like and nothing came out of it.
That's great. I can't find this video on YouTube. That's annoying me.
Oh, are you looking it up?
I am finding LeBron when he was mad about that call against the no call against Celtics, and he got very obviously fouled and collapsed into a heap on the floor in Boston. That was a funny video.
See, in order for you to see this, bro, you're just gonna go back and look at the whole tape, man. Because I'm telling you, nobody was.
It's buried. They buried this film.
I mean, nobody pointed it out.
Big Celtics. The big Celtic media is burying this tape from us.
Yeah. Exactly.
Here we go. I found it.
Oh, you found it?
Yeah.
Is this
what was that? What was that? No, that's crazy.
Is it? Yeah, it's egregious, isn't it?
It is.
This is in the last game, right?
Wow, it is. Yeah, that was. Yeah, that's wow.
Is this on Reddit?
No, I'm on Twitter. I saw it. I found it on Twitter.
Is somebody saying like, "What is this?"
Yeah, it's about. Yeah.
Yeah,
actually, I told you. Somebody saying Jay Tatum
was watching that lot. Send me that or tag me in that on Twitter.
I got you. That's wow. Okay, how you get away with that?
Wasn't the ref in shock?
The ref's like, who just who's pushing me? Who do you think? Who are you doing? Who are you messing with right now? That's kind of crazy. All right then.
Yeah, dude. All right, so I'm not crazy.
You're not.
Because nobody talked to me. Like, I was like, what are we doing here?
That's okay.
Yeah, bro. Like, I mean, come on, man. Eject that man. Out.
You gotta
out of
go.
the rest of the series, bro.
You gotta go. I would clearly be a bad NBA ref because I'm not putting up with some of this stuff, this nonsense. I refuse.
That was assault, bro.
Yeah,
dude.
Okay.
That's crazy, man. They really gonna throw Duante out. but they're gonna let Tatum do this.
He did do. Yeah, that's different.
And this was from game 3, I think. From
Game 3.
Loss.
Okay.
Yeah.
But still, that's different. Also, I want to say, prayers up to Victor Oladipo. I feel sad for him. He's been through so much. It
was game 4. Sorry, but
game 4.
Yeah, but Oladipo, prayers up.
Yeah, I feel sad for him. I feel really sad for him. Like, he's on the floor and you can see him mouthing it's over. Like, he knew what happened. He knew exactly like what he told.
I didn't know he mouthed that.
Yeah, I felt really bad for him, man, because he's been a good player. When he was healthy, like that was the guy who was on the verge. Felt like he was on the verge of taking off, and just his body just never held up, and I hate that for him, honestly.
Yeah,
we have a 2-point game again, Levi.
A what?
The 2-point game.
Between
that's 79. Oh, that's 79.
I was about to say. What?
I thought it was 70. I'm bugging.
I was like, wow, my TV really is on. Really is delayed.
Yo, Brook Lopez is my favorite NBA character. Like, if you tell somebody born in like 03 today that Brook Lopez was like a bucket getter on the Nets, they would be confused. Like, what do you mean? Like, no, I'm telling you, he was a bucket getter. That man was scoring points a lot. They would never understand you. They would think you just made that up. That man reinvented himself to a defender and a rim stopper and a 3-point shooter. Incredible evolution. But yeah, I think we can wrap on that, Levi. Do you have the Hawks escaping with a win? No.
That was it. We got one. Yeah, we got one win.
They got the one. They got the necessary one, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
no, it's over. It's over. And Toodaloo, Trae Young.
And Toodaloo to you all. Thanks for listening.